What's up, guys? Welcome again to Kanji Club. Today we're going to keep talking about katakanas, how to write them the right way. When I started writing katakanas, I didn't write them the straight lines. I was not able to straight lines until I applied these hands. So please try them. It will make a difference in your writing. In the previous video, we covered the A line, A-O-A-O, Kaki-ko-ke-ko. Now we are going to cover the following lines. Sa, shi, su, se, so. Sa, just a reminder, sa looks very similar to se in hiragana. Sa looks very similar to se in hiragana. Please review that. Sa, if you divide this line, almost straight line, in thirds, third, the second stroke and the third stroke comes usually in the second or third strokes, and the third, the first third, the second third. Okay, and then you stop the third stroke in the midline. Okay, this way, if you know where you stop your last stroke, you will keep the balance when you write the vertical straight line. Now, the first, now it's su, she, first, second, and the third line. The third line from down to up. When you draw it from down to up, it will be less oblique than su. It's very important, the direction of the stroke in these two cases, from down to up. So first, almost touching the midline, the second on the horizontal line, and then the third stroke. Okay, so if you want, you can, if there is an imaginary angle here, it's almost like if there is an imaginary angle here that organize this shape, you see, almost. But the most important to keep it from down to up, less oblique than so. If one day you go to Japan, you will be able to differentiate this and this on the shop signs just by the right handwriting, the correct handwriting from up to down or down to up. Now, su. Su. So you start. So is almost like a number 7, like many others we talked about. Almost like half and half, almost. Okay. Then a sharp oblique. You keep this half and half, and then the last stroke, almost half and half, last stroke in the middle. Okay, so she, so now say this part is less than this part. This is the small, and this is like 2/3. And you keep the tip of the last stroke shorter than the tip of the first stroke. Like if there's a line here, okay, there's a line, horizontal line here, or a vertical parallel line, there's a little bit of space here. Okay, and then so here from up to down, and you see automatically it make it more oblique just because you start from up to down. Okay, and so is very similar to tsu, more than to she. Okay, so now I go back to my, for example, S line, sashi su se so, and compare with the rest. Actually, some are more similar, that are very similar to hiragana, like sa is similar to se in hiragana, and ka is and a and ke, kakiku, ka is similar to hiragana. What about ki? Similar to. So some are similar to each other, some are similar to hiraganas. So they are really, katakanas are really kind of tricky. Okay? Then you can compare between she and su and so and no and See how in my own practice I don't color them. Okay, this is just for the sake of the video to make it easier so you can see the point behind it. Okay, guys. Now, ta chi tsu te to. Ta. Keep this line and this line parallel to each other. Okay, and this, the last stroke here, will make it on the, will stop on the midline. So now you have two parallel, you know that they are parallel to each other, and you have the last tip on the midline. You kept it balanced. Okay, now ta chi, ta chi. Chi, this is more actually like a 10, like this, but I don't have a brush, just a pen or a marker. So, you know, try to keep this side a little bit bigger than this side. This side a little bit bigger than this side. Okay. Ta chi. Now, te. Now two. 1, 2, and 3. Please start from up to down to make it more oblique than she. Very important. And if there is a line here, you will see they're almost on the same line. Okay, if there is a parallel horizontal line, they are almost like on the same level, or same line. Now te. Te, this side actually, if there is a midline here, if I put a midline, this side is a little bit, just a little bit bigger than this, and the same as this. Okay, and you keep your midline. Okay, but what matters to me that they are almost parallel, and you keep them on the midline. Okay, they are almost parallel to each other, and it is on the horizontal line. Now to, very easy. Okay, keep this part a little bit longer than this part. Then I go back to my sheet. Na ni no ne no na. It's very similar to chi. Ni, similar to this. So a and ni are very similar. So this way you will keep reminding yourself of the letters again and again. It's really good practice. Do it. You will see the difference. Okay. Na ni ni. Okay. To oh na. Now this one is almost 2/3 to this third, 2/3 to 1/3. You start in the midline, you end just after crossing the midline. Okay. Na. Now ni. Ni, almost like parallel to each other, half and half, divided in half and half by the midline. Now, nani, nu, and nu, nu, and ne. You see the 7? They're almost the same. Okay. Now, when you draw the last stroke here, if there is a line here, it should be shorter. So this will control how long or how short your stroke will be. Now, What about the same principle here? This will be in the middle, and then the second, then the third. If there is a line here, this one is shorter than this, as we said here. And keep this line longer. Okay? What about no? No is from top to down, and that's it. Very simple, but the direction should be correct. So it's not gonna be more horizontal, it's gonna be more vertical. So from up to down. Okay, guys? So guys, let's see. Nani no neno. Na is look like very similar to chi. No is like from the group number 7, as you see. Te, ku, ke. Please keep this in mind. It will help you a lot when you will start writing real text Japanese with the katakanas and hiraganas. Okay? Anyway, guys, stay tuned for the next video. We're gonna continue the rest of the katakanas. Bye bye.